Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the US forces, we have Fresheg. Spawn on the south side as the Wehrmacht forces, we have Net T4. We've got some Wehrmacht quarters being deployed now, a handful of Pioneers. Whoops, I hit my microphone again. Looks like just the two Pioneers for the moment. Engineers being deployed on out, second squad engineers. He is not deployed out a barracks just yet. We got a third engineer squad being deployed out, and that is not a barracks, is it? That is a weapon support center. Okay, this game's going to get spicy real quick. We're going to see some early MGs. We're going to see some snipers. We're going to see a lack of riflemen. You needs to make sure not to lose an MG squad because you have to sacrifice an entire engineer squad to get it recruited. Weapon support center is complete. Hasn't always been blue. That little radio tower there. Oh, either way, it's blue right now. We do got Pioneers capture the point. What is MG being deployed out? We likely will see a Volksgrenadier. Though either a Schimwagen wouldn't be half bad as well. MG42 and 30 cal will be relatively equal footing. He's going on the left side to capture points, and he's actually rushed this engineer here. Wired off the one opening there. Took time to build sandbags here. Sandbags can actually, it looks like it can clear it. Not so sure if you can clear out sandbags. It looks like it can actually destroy the sandbags. I'm just used to computers too, where you can't destroy sandbags with your engineers. We got a Volksgrenadier and a Pioneer here. They're just, most of the Pioneers are capturing the point. Volksgrenadier just maintaining light cover. Does spot the engineer squad, but that does not alert him what his opponent's current build is, and with the weapon support center. I do see, looks like 3 engineers, 1 30 cal, nothing being played out the weapon support center at the moment. And he will find the 30 cal, and he will not be expecting this. He does get a great first engagement there with the 30 cal, suppressing the Volksgrenadier, forcing him back, will keep him off the line, the Volksgrenadier off the line for quite a bit of time. Now the engineers can go forward and capture the fuel point. Engineers and Pioneers are relatively equal footing. So it's a little bit 50-50 whether or not who wins the engagement, and all about positioning, who gets the first shot in, and that sort of thing. But the 30 cal should be able to find enough support to engage Pioneers, no problem. Volksgrenadiers looks like gonna make their way up north. We do got a second Volksgrenadier and does force back the 30 cal. Very, very good. He pushed a little bit too far forward to the 30 cal. He may have been trying to go a bit greedy for this Jeep there. In actuality, he deployed out wire in the middle road as well. He's wired off a lot, including right there. Even put a side bit there to help wire off along the edge of the map, because wiring off the edge of the map can be a bit tricky.
Time to get out and teach Jerry a lesson.
Another 30 cal has deployed out. He may go for a sniper next. I'm not so sure when you deploy out snipers and when you deploy out more MGs from weapon support center, but it looks like 2 30 cals into a sniper now. And we've got the 2 engineer squads engaged in the Volksgrenadier. The one that's actually engaged at close range is dancing around quite a bit, but has not received much fire there. 30 cal pushed way forward. That is a relatively fresh one. 30 cal trying to suppress this Volksgrenadier. This Volksgrenadier trying to flank the MG. The engineers getting some great hits there. He may need to focus on engineers before engage the 30 cal. The 30 cal defense crews getting some damage in there, and does manage to get flinched in front of the gun. And now the Volksgrenadier squad could actually get wiped out. I'm not sure it was actually by, it could have been actually by the defensive crew, but does wipe out full Volksgrenadiers with that 30 cal engineer. He has reset up the 30 cal and forced retreat as well. That's another great engagement by the US player. It's very risky going weapon support center, and so far he is succeeding. You have the VP not captured as well as the handful of these points, the safe points included. He has cut off some wire there. This VP has not been claimed either. Pioneer squad may receive some fire from the 30 cal. Will receive some fire from the 30 cal. Let's get some great damage there on the Pioneer, wiping it out entirely. S2's quick squad wipes there. His opponent is not doing well versus the weapon support center opener. Now he's fighting against snipers, and more genuine threat than the other assets. We have a Kriegsberg being deployed now. He may want to go for a 251 in the current rate, allow him to get some extra mobility and engage the flanks of the MGs. Or you could potentially go for a flame half-track. Hear me out. I've never seen a flame half-track in any of these replays before. Even though the 30 cal can deploy armor-piercing rounds, the half-track should be able to flank around the MGs no problem, even if he uses the armor-piercing rounds on the 30 cals. Volkswagen's advancing. We got Flamer Engineers here. With him going for the Weapon Sports Center as well, I highly expect him to go for either infantry or airborne to get out some other standard infantry squads. Armor seems less likely to me, but I could be very mistaken about that. And the Volkswagen squad may actually get wiped by the Flamer, receiving quite a bit of fire, literally, on the retreat path. Wehrmacht sniper has been deployed on out. He knows about the Weapon Support Center. He could keep this sniper camouflage. It is a safe gamble that his opponent has deployed a sniper. And now, two are out on the field, but we know about caster vision. 30 cal does get spotted by the sniper, I believe. Neither player selected a doctrine just yet. Does definitely spot the 30 cal. Let's see. Okay, going for a landmine there. Very nice. Pioneers trying to capture the point. Some great field control by the US player. The Wehrmacht players lost so much. Jeez. You have half-track being deployed on out. Oh, no, that's a Schimwagen. Oh, he went for a Schimwagen and for a half-track. Okay. I thought I was going crazy. I was partially going crazy. Sniper has gotten 2 kills in, so he definitely knows a sniper existing. Schimwagen has to go around the wire. We try to hunt down the snipers. There's no landmines here. Half-track not being upgraded, if anything. You may want to get the Volkswagen's upgrade with MP40s if you're going to try some sort of mounted play. Does spot the MG. Sniper does full retreat. And we do have at least one landmine here, which the Schimwagen can find. In which he may actually find it. He may dive into the base and finds it. Good mine placement there. Got a retreating, well, soft retreating squad, but got it nonetheless. And that is actually a genuine threat to his sniper, so very, very good. Half-track's not being upgraded, if anything. Volkswagen to capture the fuel point. 30 cal sniper pushing forward. 30 cal does get inside the garrison. He may be utilizing armor piercing rounds. Hard for me to tell. You may hear my drink opening up. Sorry about that. And another 30 cal does get inside that building. He may be trying to building hop forward. This 30 cal does find some shots there, but looks did not score a single penetrating bullet. Pack 38 has been deployed on out. See, we do got a tank depot. Okay, let's switch over here. It is a Hellcat. He does not have enough fuel for a Sherman nor Crocodile. I'll be more impartial towards a Sherman tank at this moment in time, but I can understand the Hellcat being much cheaper.
Air Recon is requesting coordinates.
And he's gone for airborne. Very good. So now he has access to another standard infantry squad, which will be very adaptable. Does spot the sniper. Gets a shot there as well. He does have a very adaptable standard infantry squad, able to get out some forced rifles and able to engage the various armored assets along with his, well, armor. And it's one of the few times I hope that he actually gets the 50 cal upgrade on the Hellcat, because right now he's fighting against targets that are pretty vulnerable to a 50 cal. Oh, he canceled the Hellcat, going straight for Sherman. I do actually agree that much better. The Sherman tank will provide him some great pressure versus infantry, more so than Hellcat, and plus it can be abused a bit more versus Pack 38s. So we do have 2 Pack 38s right here. Another recon run. Wehrmacht sniper does get spotted and picked off. Very, very good. Now the reconnaissance run, that's clearly the reason why he went for reconnaissance run at first before airborne troops, because it can reveal the snipers for him. make it easier to hunt snipers. Now his snipers can move around with mostly impunity, just barring the 251 half-track itself and maybe the landmines, because he did potentially see the landmine being built. Over here, engineers need to fall back. They do fall back. We do not see a tree center deployed on out. He may wait until he gets out an airborne squad for it. Sherman, with the landmines around. Is this one of the few times where a crab flails be useful? Maybe. I do not know. He does get a minesweeper on these engineers, very good. He can potentially spot this one. Don't see any other landmines in the region. But since we know what doctrine the US player's gone for, let's switch over to the Wehrmacht player. He just deployed out some stormtroopers. Likely for some Panzerschreck stormtroopers there. Spots the landmine there, very good. Escalate the assault phase, so we can now bring out some Stugs. He may need to get out a Stug, as he sees a Sherman tank. The Sherman tank is a massive threat to him. You see he's went down the stormtrooper line. He won't be getting any manpower bullets anytime soon. Got another recon run. He does get a good hit there onto the Pak-38. US snipers advance forward. Sherman tank does get a penetrating hit onto the half track. I hope it pens and not bounces. By the way, does fire some shots there on the Pak-38, taking it out. Sherman tank has received a bit of abuse there. One US sniper does go down, and stormtroopers are making their way forward, and they're going for STGs. Okay, I would assume he's going to go for Panzerschrecks. I suppose with the two Pak-38s, he doesn't need Panzerschrecks, but still, it is expensive. They are good, and maybe a little bit. He only needs one set of STGs. Going for two sets is a little bit overkill since he's fighting against engineers at the moment. You don't need more than one set. Try and clear up these hedge lines. Very nice. And it looks like the stormtroopers are going to make their way over to this VP. Let's keep the US player selected since we have more variety of doctrinal abilities. More than just manpower stuff. Quick response stuff, munitions cost ones, those are a bit more variable. Getting the half-track repaired on up, still trying to clean up the hedge line. And 3 snipers, very nasty. Wait, did that Pak-38 just bounce off of a tree? Yavel. More of these trees are going on down. Very good. We do have another recon run. That's for the stormtroopers. If he's quick enough, he's realized there's only one Panzerschreck at the moment. Sniper's getting some shots on in. 251 is in the region. The 30 cows will have a bit of trouble versus stormtroopers being camouflaged and everything, but they'll still be useful nonetheless. Three engineers, 2 MGs, 3 snipers, 1 efficiency, and the Sherman tank. Going out for another Sherman tank as well. Very nice indeed. No 50 cal upgrade just yet. He may be just saving his munitions for all his various off maps. And the snipers and the stormtroopers may run into each other. Oh, on the left side, got this stuff. Does fire some shots there onto the Volksgrenadiers. He really needed to hit the stormtroopers. Stormtroopers did get a miss on the Sherman tank.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Pak-38 pushing way forward. He still has all 2 snipers over here. The 3rd sniper, no, that's engineer squad. 3rd sniper's right there, picking off the STG stormtroopers. The other Sherman tank will force back the stormtroopers, no problem. Facing a large number of Sherman tanks will provide a massive threat. Stormtroopers advancing forward. The snipers may run into them. They do spot each other. 30 cal is inside the garrison. There's also another 30 cal over here. A lot of good suppression over here. They receive some bullets. One Pioneers do go down. It looks like the detection radius of the snipers is a little bit farther than the stormtroopers because one of the stormtrooper models were revealed first before the snipers did. Good hits there on the Volksgrenadiers. And he has finally cleaned up this hedge line there, giving him some pretty good line of sight. But he's lost entirety of all map control on the left flank. Now we got strafing runs that can rip apart a lot of stuff. And suppressing, if that's rip it apart. Another recon run. He does have enough for munitions now, for a strafing run now. German tank advancing forward. We got the half track also advancing. May see some hits there as I was playing around with one of its rocks. Another recon runs spots both these stormtroopers. They're moving slow, so they are actually camouflage state. But we see a couple of deadly hits there on the STG squad. Flame engineers will be knocked away from the capture point. Will need to fall back. Does fall back now.
Our fuel point is being taken by the enemy.
And the Volk's going to come take time to capture these points. Pack 38 pushes way over here as well. Do you have the Sherman tank? Has a bit of manpower reserves, bit of munitions reserve. Has a lot of munitions income because of the amount of map control he has. He also has an observation post here. Not one over there. Another recon run, very good. He has 80 munitions per minute income, so he should be able to sustain massive recon runs. I'm not sure about the cooldown. Cooldown air reconnaissance is quite quick, but he should be able to spam it out as much as need, primarily to support his snipers. Now would be time for another recon run. If snipers advancing forward, he should use the recon run. Here comes the recon run there. One sniper does go down. That was the Veteran C1. But overall, the US player is still in a good position. Let's take a look at the Wehrmacht's resources. He has a bit of manpower. Gotten nothing too significant. Looks like another Pack 38 and Pioneer since the last time I looked.
Your orders, mein Officer.
Pioneers have backed out of the half track. We don't have any levels of veterancy for the Wehrmacht player either. Because his opponent's current composition, he doesn't really need veterancy other than for the health regen, because stormtroopers of STGs should be able to take out engineers no problem, and snipers. That is a US landmine there. And he doesn't need any defensive benefits from veterancy with snipers shooting at him. So it's not actually critical for him to get veterancy at this moment in time. Though it would be nice for the Pack 38s, that's for sure. This is an STG squad, has one set of STGs. I see a bolt action rifle there. And he will find this landmine in a moment. Wait, did the landmine actually reveal the stormtroopers? I think the landmine actually revealed the stormtroopers there. They do fall back. We do have a Sherman Crocodile now on the field. A relatively rare asset.
Welding, shooting, sleeping. All the same to me.
More recon runs.
Put some fear into him.
Finds a shot there on the Pack 38. Very good.
Germans are after one of our munitions points.
And the Stormtrooper squad is capturing that point. Two snipers advancing forward. They, of course, reveal the snipers can quickly pick them off. More recon runs. Does take out the Pack 38. Sherman Crocodile receives 2 pens there. There is a Wehrmacht landmine right here. Half track does receive a hit from the Sherman tank. SCG squad camouflaging forward. Pack 38 hitting the other Sherman tank. There's 3 Shermans here. That's a lot of Shermans and only 1 Pack 38. Getting a deadly hit there. Crocodile is advancing forward to the AT gun. Sniper does get a model wipe, so model kill there as well. Managed to flank the AT gun as well, so the Crocodile does wipe out the entire squad. Now the Sherman tank should be able to rip everything else apart. Does not detonate the landmine there with a stray shot, and the pan check was dropped there. That'd be very useful for any US squad. Snipers backing away, stormtroopers are advancing. They do have a Stug. Ooh, finds a landmine there with the Crocodile, and the Crocodile does go down to the Stug. We do have 2 Sherman tanks here. Does roll a bounce there. Ooh, and there goes a Stormtrooper squad. That was an STG squad as well. Sherman tank and Stug dueling it out. Got a pen there from the AT gun. And he's going to just go ahead and back on off, which is probably a good idea. It's getting pretty close to the command points for a bombing run. He may be saving up for a bombing run at this current rate. He has good munitions and comes to support for lots of bombing runs.
I got a bad feeling about this, Sarge. Take it in, taking fire.
Does send some rounds into the building. Let's get a Pioneer wipe there as well. Was that? No, that's actually Volksgrenadiers. Get some shots into the 30 cal. Snipers do not get revealed by the half track. Nothing being on the build queue for the US player. He does have enough fuel for a Hellcat, so may want to go for a Hellcat right now. Another recon run.
Enemy unit.
Wipes out the Pioneer squad, very good. The STG squad says hello. And the snipers say goodbye. But not with their life. Stormtroopers do go get forced back by the 30 cals. This 30 cals down to one last model. The Sherman tank. Oh, we got the 76mm upgrade for the Sherman tank. So now the Sherman tanks can really engage the Stugs.
Fighter bomber support is circling for orders.
And he has enough munitions for the bombing run. Oh, hello, I just saw your Rumble rant. It is not part of the campaign. This is a 1v1 match between two players, and where I sniped the replay off of gamesreplay.org. Not any sort of campaign. Looks like the Volksgrenadier do pick up the Panzerschreck squad. And the Sherman tank is getting some much needed repairs. This one is fully repaired as well, so it has two healed up Sherman tanks. Has not deployed out any more Shermans at the moment. And now we do have a fresh sniper. His other two snipers are Veteran C1 as well. And looks like the Pioneer is going to take time to salvage the Sherman Crocodile. Volksgrenadiers making their advance. Another recon run. Does spot the AT guns, which you could use the bombing run to bomb them. Another observation post, this time at the munitions point. Here comes a bombing run. Almost destroys both the AT guns. Got a great hit there on the Stug. Now is the time for the Shermans to attack. That's spot one of the Stormtrooper models there. Does receive a hit there by the Pak-38. Sherman tank needs to rotate its gun to the Pak-38. It's pretty close to wiping it out. Rolls a miss there. Another Stug has been deployed on out. He's having a bit poor control of the Sherman tanks. Rolls destroys the AT gun with a miss, I believe. The Sherman tank's almost down and does go down right there. Relatively poor control. Misses the low health Sherman tank, Stug there. Volksgrenadiers do manage to kill off one of the veteran snipers. Right there onto the half track. Half-track does get a good hit there, and he does fall back. Over there, overall, right there, poor control by the US player. Still going up shot onto the NG, does roll a miss. Good hits there onto the MG. And the MGs are going to be whittled away. I don't think either of these are Drexen. Yeah, we got Fresheg and Net T4, though I do not know anybody's Smurfs. Fresh Sherman tank there. It is, of course, the 76mm. Snipers advancing forward. US player has great command points at the moment. This Stug has not been repaired for some odd reason. And now the Sherman tank's advancing forward. Does receive hit there by the Pak-38. Rolls a bounce to the frontal armor of the Stug. And there's a lot of AT guns there, so he does just falls back. Too much fire there and got unlucky with the bounce. Snipers fired a couple shots there onto the Pioneers. And I think the 30 cals may have actually got a penetrating shot there on the Stug. And looks like this 30 cal has fallen back.
Our forces are
And that one does get wiped out. Oh, not necessarily fallen back, got out of the garrison. He's going to line up a shot. He has a rear armor possible shot on the other Stug. Does get a pin on the frontal armor Stug, the higher health Stug. He does also have enough munitions for a bombing run again.
The Huns are taking our territory.
And Sniper's going to be picking off the Volksgrenadiers over here. Good as there on the Stug. That Sherman tanks also have Veteran C1. Does capture the VP. Hellcat has been deployed on out.
Sherman on point. Sherman on point.
Let's take a look at what doctrinal abilities that the Wehrmacht player has. Has gotten Stu's going straight for the Tiger tank. Oh. Looks like he got a nice strafing run there. Looks like he wiped out. Oh, he destroyed the low health AT gun. That's what happened there. German tanks are starting to make their advance. That Stug is quite wounded. Does get a nice pen there as well. These Sherman tanks are healthy, but not super healthy. He does wipe out that AT gun there with his snipers. The Stug will be backing off to a corner. There's also, looks like a Stormtrooper squad maybe getting blocked there. Hellcat advancing forward as well. Hellcat rolls a miss. Got some hits there on the Hellcat. Patrick does connect with the Hellcat as well. The Hellcat will need to fall back. AT gun being recruited. And Volksgrenadiers receive quite a bit of fire as well. Main gun destroyed on the Hellcat. We've got Stormtroopers advancing forward, which does spot for his various AT support.
Enemy
Both
unit down.
snipers down to a very, very low health. There's something got wiped out over here. Looks like the AT gun. And there goes the Stormtrooper squad. Both Sherman tanks are severely wounded. He may just want to fall back with them and take time to repair. He has 4 engineers. That's a lot of repairs. He does have the Pioneers trying to repair all of this. He has a lot of work in front of him.
Welding, shooting. Hellcat ready to roll.
And now has another Hellcat there. So 2 Hellcats, 2 Sherman 76s. He has these engineers here. How much is this spot? Not a lot.
The enemy is down to 100 points.
You need 302 munitions if he wants to call in a reconnaissance run into bombing run again. In which he will need 1 more minute's worth of munitions. We do have, looks like the Volkswagen trying to recapture up the Pack 38. The US player still has plenty of tickets remaining. The Axis player is now down to 94. US player gains some much needed repairs. You got a couple landmines back at home. Very nice. As well as another sniper, replenishing his 3rd sniper again.
Sniper on deck.
And also, Pioneers are just salvaging the various wreckages across the map now.
The paratroop unit is ready to make their drop.
And we're calling the AT gun, paratroopers, and his next ability, the final ability, will of course be the supply drop. Here comes a recon's run. We may see a bombing run as well. That's a very good spot for a bombing run. Does reposition everything. Here comes the bombing run. And so from the soil inside the map, so it's a pretty close response. Gets the AT gun and the half track. Does miss the Stugs. He does have efficiency 2 in Stugs now. But overall, it does soften up his opponent quite a bit. The AT gun can be reclaimed, but doesn't really have a whole lot remaining. He needs to get out this Tiger tank or another Stug. Not sure what's being pulled out right there. Going for another AT gun. He's out of Stormtroopers as well. He lost them all. And still needs what? 1 or 2 command points remaining. I forget exactly. Is it 4 or 5? Either way, he's not really that close. He needs to sustain more combat in order to get more points. But he needs more assets in order to get more experience. Oh, mine detected right there. Very good. And Shug says hello. He does clean up the landmine and will fall back now.
Let's get in there.
We have a fresh Sherman tank now. 3 Shermans, 2 Hellcats. He has a lot of armor, that's for sure. He hasn't really pushed off the left side of the map, not like he has anything that can gauge all the snipers and tanks. Another recon run, just spotting. Snipers advancing forward, trying to get some shots onto the various AT guns. Flame Engineers can't do almost much. Snipers got annihilated by this landmine. I don't know why that happens a lot, but it does. Snipers finding landmines. When the engineer squads do go down, Sherman tanks are advancing forward. Hellcat making a wide sweep, but does find a pair of AT guns. Hellcat does go down there. Sherman tanks are pushing his way forward. Sherman tank has the same bit of a beating there. Sherman tanks and Hellcats all advancing forward. This Stug has full health. He's doing good focus firing there. Does get injured crit onto this Sherman tank. And does take that one out. Needs to back off a little bit in order to get the good shots there on that Stug. Got one Pack 38 still constantly firing. One another Sherman tank does go down. Rolls a couple bounces, multiple bounces right there. Aim for the Hellcats since it's lower health. Main gun destroyed there, so that Stug is good as dead. And the AT gun was decrewed by the snipers who are severely wounded. He has built a triage center back at home. And there goes the Stug. Gonna take time to engage his opponent's base. We got a. This Volksgrenadier has picked up 2 Panzerschrecks somehow. Or just 1. I thought I saw 2. I must have been mistaken. Arrow Streak did not do all. Was not successful. Down to 1 last model there. Sherman tanks and Hellcats advancing forward, trying to hunt down the Volksgrenadiers. He may get some good pressure there. He's at the edge of the map, so he's being squeezed along the building there. Does get 1 crush on 1 of the models. Sniper's getting some good shots there since he is exposed to them. And getting some good hits there on the Compcroft Center.
One of our snipers is KIA.
Oh, he went into the radius of the basic G. Does lose a sniper. And his opponent has captured points, stalling to the game out a little bit more. And now Flame Engineers and Pioneers are engaging each other at close range. You got a streak and run somewhere.
Enemy unit.
And annihilates the Volksgrenadiers. So he has no more AT support. Looks like nothing being employed at the
Germans are after
Krieg
one of our
Spear.
munitions.
And this point's going to be recaptured by the US player. This point is being captured up as well, so soon it's going to be a double and as well as triple capture versus the Wehrmacht player. And here somebody's screaming. Not sure who though. Pioneers do find the 30 cal. And this VP will be captured up.
The enemy is down to 25 points.
Heavy armor up.
And that's the end of the game. This is Andgrade saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.